Back in Week 8, the Eagles dominated their first matchup against the football team. Can Washington get revenge? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. About ready to get us going, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wallace. From McLaurin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Here we go. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 14 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
Let's go!
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Wallace. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Back to throw. Wallace slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 67 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Washington offense as we're going to look at the playoff race in the NFC. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chase Young, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Wallace. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, with a juke. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly, with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. A big play there for Philly. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Washington on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 28-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away. Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oh, yeah. And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away.
And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Wallace. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Washington on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Well, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Grant. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Wallace. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Off the play fake. Wallace. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's how we do it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. LaVisca Chenault.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by
the time we have to leave the booth.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Wallace. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
First down, Eagles.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here comes Grant on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
Looking to throw. Wallace. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Touchdown, Washington.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to get a score back. And And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Parkey with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The return man is Grant.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, Wallace.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. There's McLaurin. What a catch.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Not much there, only a yard. To throw on 2nd down, Wallace.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Robinson's got it. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 6. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 15. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Another run with Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their